Welcome back. So I just finished week 1 and my readings for week 2. So I thought I'd just go over some of how it was working through the artist's way. So the morning pages were different. They felt more liberated because I didn't think about them as much. So they took a lot less time to write, which is nice. But I also gave myself permission to acknowledge my thoughts, which I hadn't done before. I would make sure that they made sense and that they fit together, which I didn't do this time. The artist date, I did a 90-second video, which what I would have done anyway, so I don't know. So this week I'm really going to try and do something that I wouldn't normally do. I only did one task, which was identifying my monsters, which was hard at first, but then it sort of like came at me all at once. I was only supposed to identify 3, but I ended up putting together a significant enough list, but I didn't do any of the other tasks or do anything with the list itself. When I went for a walk on Wednesday, actually, a whole bunch of blurts came to me, and I carry a pen and a small notebook in my pockets, so I just stopped and wrote them down. It was interesting. I didn't change them into affirmations, which I should do, but I'm reluctant about this affirmations piece. So week 1 overall was pretty good. I think it was okay. What I found interesting from the week 2 readings was that it looks a lot more practical. Some of the things that stood out from the readings for me was that you should be focusing on the process. And then she talked about crazy makers, those people who demand our attention and they distract us, but we invite them in and allow them to do that because we don't want to acknowledge our creativity or work on our creativity. So that was interesting. And then feeling too much like a fraud to handle success. So this is sort of how we stand in our own way, which, I get. And then paying attention was the last one. So being present in the moment, very sort of mindful approach, which it makes sense. But yeah, I can see how that fits with being an artist. The tasks look like a lot more practical, like I was saying, and they seem more clearly defined, which I like. The one I'm most looking forward to is the 10 tiny changes. So what 10 tiny changes would you like to make, and then make one. And then the one I'm least looking forward to is the affirmative reading. So reading the 10 basic principles after writing morning pages. These affirmations really just, they're sticking my craw in my stick, whatever it is. Overall, really, I'm still not writing, but I'm sort of reimagining what it means to be a writer or what writing itself means. So could my videos and photography be writing, or is visual storytelling a form of writing? I don't know. I'm working with that. I told a colleague that I was doing this, and she said not to expect miracles. I said, but Julia Cameron promises miracles. So that sort of brought my, my enthusiasm down a little bit. But then, of course, in the book, I shouldn't let these distractors distract me, and should be gung-ho no matter what. And finally, I tried speaking to my camera in public, which is a very nerve-wracking thing for me to do. It went okay, I suppose, but it also felt like purposeful practicing, and it wasn't just me talking to the camera for nothing. I don't know what the purpose is yet. Maybe more vlogging or something, visual storytelling or something, but it felt purposeful. So overall, I think it's going well. It is going well. And I don't know if it's a combination of just like the school year rounding out and having a little bit more free time and feeling a little bit more relaxed, or if the artist's way is really having that kind of impact. And what's more likely is that it's just a good combination of everything. So that was that. I'll see you in a week. Alright, so I came out today with the intention of practicing speaking to the camera in public. And so I was walking around for about 45 minutes before I finally did it. And then when I did, it didn't record. So now I'm doing it again.
It makes me incredibly nervous. This is incredibly nerve-wracking. Just knowing that I'm doing this. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I need to get better at this.